Hey guys, it's Shelby and Michelle with FHL, and today we are sharing Mom's 2024 Autumn Home Tour. I think what's amazing about this one is that I found out a lot about you.
You did?
Yeah.
What did you need to know?
We have been working together for a long time, and clearly I've never not known you. But I didn't know how committed to this fall look. So not the moody, not the, auburn and copper. And you want blues, you want it to be bright. You don't want to go that academia fall that we're seeing other people do.
Well, I can really see any color in the autumn, right? So we still have blue skies. We still have, beautiful whites and creams. And so basically I just use the colors from my home and I create the look using those colors. So I have blue in the dining room and so forth and so on.
Yeah, well, you love coastal. We also live in Texas, so yes, we still have green leaves, blue skies.
And I thank the Lord for fairy tale pumpkins because they come in all the right colors.
Yes. Okay, so let's talk about what you did this year, practical tips, also entertaining tips, because you're really good at that. So let's start in the dining room.
Okay, so in the dining room, it was just really simple. I used everything from Hobby Lobby, which I'm not huge, at shopping at Hobby Lobby. However, I needed something that would be long enough for the table. It's so long, it's like 12, 14 feet. And so I decided to buy a whole bolt of fabric in order to make a tablecloth. And then I used candlesticks from Hobby Lobby, some fun little colorful glass bottles, which I used down the whole table for florals. The napkins were actually older napkins that I had. They're just a striped blue. And then white pumpkins.
Yeah. So it was simple, it was affordable, but it was impactful because it was different. Mom does love to change things. She's not a repeater, but you are resourceful. And so things that look really expensive normally aren't for you.
Yeah, and look, we were going to just make it look like it was a very high-end tablecloth from, somewhere, and we were going to sew the edges and, with some little stitching. But then we ran out of time and you said, that's kind of looks fun, that it's just like a seam along the edges with frayed thread. And so we kept that and it was just casual and we had a great dinner.
Yeah, we were styling the table just hours before people were coming over for the autumn dinner party. So y'all are doing a supper club once every quarter.
Every quarter, seasonal supper club.
And so the table needed to be set. We procrastinated because we had a lot going on. And that is a little bit in our nature when it comes to things like that, like the creative, the overflow stuff.
Yeah, but the truth is, listen, these are very kind of, full times. They're I don't want to use the word busy, but we do have a full schedule. And so essentially what we decided to do was whatever we could put out in about an hour.
Yeah.
And so that's what I really do every fall. I put touches of autumn in every room, and it takes us about an hour.
Yeah.
And it's just a little whimsical touch here and there. We style some shelves, and voila.
It's called sustainable design.
Oh.
A lot of people think that means you're using sustainable materials, but I'm talking about my mental health. And really just my time, because you don't want to feel like you're spending all your time cleaning and decorating. It's like, what's the point if you don't even get to enjoy it?
Yeah, and then we also use things that as we move into winter season, we can carry them through, and it's just a really easy and simple design that helps us move from fall to winter, and then we totally redo everything in the spring. But
some stuff you'll keep. You're pretty good because you do bright. So
Yeah.
But I know people are gonna ask about the chargers. Really, they're your version of plates.
Yeah, so we use these and they come with a parchment paper and you can buy them in every variety of color. Like, they're so fun, and they come in patterns, colors, white. So anyway, the charger is just a, looks like basket. And so then we put real plates in there because we were eating prime rib and needed real plates.
So it's either a charger or it's an actual plate, so it's versatile. Mom feels like she's saving a lot of money.
Look, and let me tell you, a lot of cleanup time, because these parchment papers, you just wad them up in a little ball and throw them away.
Talk about sustainable.
Yeah, we should link those because I think people would really like that.
Yeah, so we bought them straight from, we got them at a local boutique, but the link is straight from the distributor. I think they're a small business, so I'm happy to support them. And
they're a little pricey, but I bought them over time. So I'd buy a set, and then in 6 months I'd buy another set, and so on and so forth.
So now it looks like Mom is fancy when she's hosting, but really she gets the benefit of like a paper plate, which she would never. So entertaining, having people over, that can be stressful. Give us a couple tips.
Well, first, I make lists. And then secondly, I make time to relax. Let me show you how.
So today's tour sponsor is Blumene. This is not the first time we shared them, and that's because we love them. Today we are sharing their Hair Pro tool. So what it does is it creates a massage that stimulates hair growth, reduces grays. But my favorite thing is honestly the reduction in tension. I honestly do feel like this is my favorite new way to relax, but I just get long, luxurious hair to correspond with the relaxation. So it also comes with a serum that you insert into the bottom, and we turn it on. It's releasing nourishing ingredients to also accomplish those hair goals. So normally this tool is over $500, but let me check the price right now. So it's actually under $200 at $198, but I have another discount code that you can stack on top of that, and that is in the link in description. The first 500 people to use the link also get a bonus of 3 serums in the box. So great deal, great gift idea. It's a busy season, so we need to relax.
Can I use it now?
Yes. So my favorite thing in your dining room is the Hutch. You did not change that at all.
No, I did put a large grouping of plumes.
Pompous grass.
Pampus. One of my Australian friends shared that I've been pronouncing Pompus wrong. Pampus.
Well, we don't say good day, mate. So, we just all.
But they do everything good there, so
I'm pro Australia. I always love when they give us insight, and they have great designs.
Great design eye. So, anyway, we did that, and then on the other side of the room, we just added some florals actually fall leaves to the top of the piano, and left that kind of just its own little statement. And we just love it. It was so cozy and so warm and inviting with friends around the table, and we really enjoyed ourselves.
Yes. And so you let them serve themselves in the kitchen.
Yes.
That's kind of the way that you run your parties.
Yeah,
typically.
well, we've said before, one of the reasons why we really do like a clutter-free design is because we like to actually be able to use our counter spaces. So we don't like load them up with all the false stuff. We will keep the main island pretty clean, and we serve off of that, and then people just walk around. It's a great flow. Then we do some things on the other counters with, a big giant bowl of pumpkins and florals. And then I've always said it is not fall until my big wreath comes out.
Yes.
Right? It's a giant wreath that I put on the window every year. I've moved it from room to room, but I just love it so much. It's just dried
Yeah.
dried things.
Well, and it's funny because didn't we get that at a garage sale?
I got it from a friend of ours who sells items.
Oh, it was at a vendor booth mall.
A vendor booth mall,
But
yeah.
she got it at a garage sale.
She got it at a garage sale.
And so it has lived
Yes.
many stories to tell from this very dried wreath. I do think it's funny that you were trying to figure out how to hang it this year. Like,
Yeah.
you've never done it before.
I know. I got some help.
Yeah.
I recruited some people who were hanging out here, handyman people.
We had some handymen helping, and she had them help with the wreath, so that was cracking me up. But I do want to mention, that is why I love your kitchen. A lot of people want these big open spaces, but I love that yours does flow from space to space, but it's that galley style. So you have lots of countertop to decorate while still having an open space, but it also directs people to their destination. So load up your plates and you can either go to the dining room or the breakfast nook. It all connects and flows. And so even if we have so many people that you have to use 2 tables,
Yes.
perfect.
It's perfect. I didn't think I would like a galley style kitchen, but it really functions for our family and for having dinner parties and guests and stuff. So
Yeah, it's nice because you can serve on both sides. Like this weekend when we were having burgers, 2 people were making burgers at the same time, reaching, and you don't have to wait in a line. So we don't have that many like Thanksgiving guests, but if we did, we could just, it would be double line. Efficient catering.
yes.
Okay. So one thing that you do every year that is so practical, so easy, and cost $0 for seasonal decor is you literally turn a page in the cookbook.
Yeah, so speaking of dining tables and food, what I like to do is use anything that is edible as decor. So we will put out, big loaves of sourdough bread, and we turn the page in the cookbook to something that's autumn inspired, and it's free.
It's free.
Well, it's not free. Food is very expensive right now, but it's something that we're going to need anyway.
Yeah.
So it's using it
And
as decor is double duty.
Yeah. And the book you invest in once, and then you get 4 seasons of decor.
Yeah.
You could also do like fruit, a bowl of fruit. I mean, it
Yeah.
doesn't always have to be, a bowl of pumpkins. Unfortunately, those pumpkins, I don't think we could eat, but you could do like,
Well, the chickens can eat it and they can make eggs. There you go. It's a circle of life.
pomegranates are really nice. Like if you go for the moody vibe, we like to do like artichokes and things like that. So there's layers that you can add of food, and then you could actually use them. You get a lot of we like things that are multifaceted. They're not one single use.
My favorite book is the Charcuterie book. I know I'm not pronouncing that right. Charcuterie. Y'all help me. We're Texans.
Texas.
That's our excuse. We don't have any other excuse, right?
No.
We want to be
Sophisticated.
but we're not.
It's okay. We have fun. And
Yeah.
that is priority. We create beautiful spaces and have fun doing it. Am I pronouncing everything right? Probably not.
Yeah.
But it's okay. Okay, so breakfast nook, not much, but just enough.
So piles of pumpkins are always really fun. And we piled pumpkins in the window, and then we do a floral arrangement as a centerpiece in the table. And honestly, y'all, what my big tip for that is either to go to your local farmer's market and buy, homegrown bouquets of flowers and split them up from room to room and put a big arrangement in the center of your, dining table.
I do want to mention we like to keep it simple in that breakfast nook because it is our highest used area. It's funny because when we're all together, we definitely, like that table's for 5 or 6, and we have more than that. And so
we cram 8 or 10 around it. I don't know how we do it.
Something about that spot where we just want to be together. I don't have, it's not practical, but it just feels special, and so that's where we go.
So I'm gonna spring a little news on you.
Okay. I'm not afraid of anything you're gonna say. Now I'm used to being surprised by Michelle.
So I found 5 slip-covered dining chairs because most of my furniture, y'all know, is like 15, 20 years old. I love to buy really nice pieces and just keep them until they, like a car, until they the wheels fall off.
Yeah.
But I found some slip-covered chairs. I have 5 now.
Where?
I found them online and they're coming in this month.
Oh, you spent too much money at Four Hands or something.
And so I have 5 chairs, which is going to force my family to the big dining room.
I'm not going. I live at that round table. That is where my family memories will continue.
But we're growing so much as a family that we really need the bigger space. Speaking of our growing family, people have been asking, and Shelby did a little surprise gender reveal the other day, so we thought this would be a great time to share. Clue number 5.
Are you gonna cry?
But wait, there's more. The secret's not out. My parents don't know what I'm all about. Head to the patio. The surprise is near. It's just a moment. It'll all be clear.
You really thought I could keep it cool for that long? 1, 2, 3.
So
Y'all vote. Where would, if you were in the family, and you're welcome to join if you want.
We got room.
We got room. Where would you go? Round table or big table? Okay, living room. This is where I really learned who you are.
Really?
Yes.
Who am I?
You're bright and airy girl.
Yeah.
Always coastal, always bright and airy, not moody. I mean, you do have moody in the not open spaces a lot of times, so like dedicated rooms, especially bedrooms, and you have vision for it. So if you're designing for another person, you definitely go moody, but your own space,
Yeah.
it's a no-go. But
Well, especially like you said, in the family spaces, the main spaces, I really like them bright and airy. And so we do have some color though. I have some velvet pumpkins, which I just love those little velvet pumpkins.
Yeah.
In the burnt orange. And I would say that it's plum and burnt orange, which are colors I just really think they're so sweet. And then I have a big giant white pumpkin pillow and some wicker pumpkins, some pampas grass. I'm scared now, y'all.
just
I'm
call it
scared
Pompus. Let's not change
No,
for anyone.
Pompous is like something that, it's the word that means you're like,
Highfalutin.
no, pompous means you're pompous. You're like, you think you're better. You think you're better than me? Pompous, right? Pampas.
This is our second installment of vocabulary lessons with Michelle. Your last one was etymology.
Etymology. It's the root.
Yes. Okay.
Moving on.
So, what I love about your house during this time of year, so really after summer, we get into the autumn decor and then even into the holidays and even past January into the winter, is Dad welded you this massive firewood holder, which just makes the vibe. So it's fun because you love like coastal. It has a great feel in the summer when it's warm in Texas. But then those few months when it's cold and you have your fire going, that stacked wood is such a cozy feeling. And honestly, even when you had the fire going, it just made the smell. I literally felt like I transported to like Colorado or something.
Well, yeah, the smell of real wood. Can't beat it. And so some people, it's messy, it's dirty, you have to vacuum out your fireplace, but honestly, it's worth it for me to have the authentic crackles and smells and feels of fall.
Yes.
Yeah. And about 90 degrees, that's when I'm ready to start the fire.
Yes. So I want to address one question that I got like probably 10 times in the last video that pertains to your living room, and it's, where is the coffee table from?
Well, unfortunately, it's just a find from a flea market. We have a large flea market near us. It's Canton, Texas. It's not as big as Round Top, but it's a very large flea market, and I found it there. And it's handmade. They did have something similar. I think it was Pottery Barn.
And a lot of viewers found it on Facebook Marketplace. The Pottery Barn version of this, it's smaller, so it probably goes to like that second or the third like little the little dot things.
But they don't sell it any longer.
They don't sell it, but we did find a very good look-alike. It's actually, it's the same like texture of wood, but not as much metal detailing. So I think actually a lot of people might like it even better. And it's from Anthropology. It's an investment, but not crazy. And I think it's timeless enough. So if you want the look, but maybe not this exact one, that's a good option. If you want the exact one, you're gonna have to go treasure hunting.
Well, and just like we said in our last video, really anything that's reclaimed wood and tells a story, like this kind of looks like an old door, you really do just have something beautiful to look at, and it warms a space. And so you could basically get a piece of reclaimed wood or an old door and create this, I think. Well, I couldn't. But maybe you could.
If you do, please message me on Instagram because I will be very impressed. Okay, I want to talk about fall 2023, what you did different then versus now.
I don't remember what I ate for lunch yesterday.
Okay, well, I can tell you.
And you're asking me about...
Oh, Rhonda Grant.
Answer it.
Oh, this is... Hello, this is... Hi. Yes, next Wednesday is great. Anytime after. I drop my kids around 8:30 at school. 9 is great. Perfect. Thank you so much. I appreciate the promptness. I prefer in person if that's okay. Okay, perfect. Have a great day. Okay, the fastest response time I've ever got.
What happened?
He wants to talk about parking solutions, and he is very excited about the project. He's the new building guy, urban planner.
Okay.
I sent that email like 5 minutes before he came.
Breakthrough. So one little win.
One win at a time. This is kind of why there was the delay in the seasonal decor as a whole, because in the last video we gave you a preview of the project, but you know, normally we just used to create content all the time, like that was like what we did, and now we're juggling a lot of things, answering city calls, making statements at city council meetings, and a little bit more interesting than it once was.
Yeah, so anyway, let me just say this, since we're on the subject. If you are out there and you're feeling the weight of all the, pressures of the world and everything that's going on around you, just take a step in faith to do something. What is in your hand? Like, what can you do to make a difference in your little corner of the world? And that's what we're doing. Yeah. And that's why we pause to answer phone calls for city representatives.
Hallelujah, Pastor Michelle. No, but really, one step at a time, one win at a time. It has felt defeating sometimes, but one little conversation. We're in a I don't want to use the word battle, but mission to have...
It's a battle. I'll use the word. We talked about it, and I'm not politically correct.
She's not. Okay, let's go back to the okay. You don't remember fall 2023, but I can tell you my favorite part was definitely how you did the mantle, which you said was a little bit too much for you.
Well, actually, it was too much and not enough all at the same time because I had an inspiration photo, and what I really wanted to do was cover the whole mantle all the way down the side, but I ran out of
grapevine,
and it was very pokey. Remember how pokey it was? And
I have footage of us both with thorns in our hands.
Yes. So anyway, would I do it again? No, because I do enjoy an overdone mantle more, I think, in the winter.
Well, yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Are you going to go over the top?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Up this wall and down the chimney and all through. I might go across the ceiling this year. Let's just, really take it far.
Yes, that's what I was thinking. Okay, so speaking of the holidays, I do think seasonal decor is the best time for you to practice without the commitment. So practicing styling surfaces, vignettes, making little moments. So if you look around Mom's house, like this little table in the corner, it's just layers of items, similar to what we talked about in last week's video with the how to make your home cozy. It's just layers of accents that create the feel you want in a home. So
yeah, and someone did ask me where my little book stand is from. It's kind of, again, organic, and it's wood. I don't know where it came from, but I will tell you that I probably picked it up in some obscure boutique or flea market or estate sale, and it is fun because it's earthy and it's organic, and I do enjoy it.
It's very cool, but yeah, I couldn't remember where it was from. The only thing I could think of, maybe that little boutique in Rockwall you shop at sometimes.
Oh yes, what's the name of that?
The Artisan Home.
Artisan Home.
Yeah.
I think that's where it came from.
That's probably where it came from. Okay, so back to what I was saying. Those layers of home. But a lot of people feel really like they're making a commitment. Like if I'm styling this, I'm gonna have to marry these items. And it gives them a lot of overwhelm, kind of the analysis paralysis situation. So what I love about seasonal decor is you have the opportunity to practice adding those layers to your home without commitment. So to give you guys a launching point, I decided to make a Christmas style quiz so you can find your Christmas style, and I kind of made it fun and kitschy. So, I mean, if you get something that you're like, wait, I don't feel like that's my style, don't be like, again, this is not about commitment. This is about launching into inspiration. And so they link to all of the home tours. So I tried to come up with fun names like Nautical Navy. So that would send you to Kari Ann's home where she uses a lot of deep blues. And then we have, I did
Kitschy Christmas,
where that's more of like the different vintage, but you know, you see those like elves and snowmen and more like vintage collected characters, I guess.
And maybe is it traditional green and red, or?
I have traditional, and I can't remember, I think I called that traditional tidings. I have berries and, what did I call that? Berries and blooms. So kind of.
Did you make this up, or did you help use AI to help you?
I genuinely made it up. I really was proud of myself. Because AI was giving me, it was a little too cheesy. I love a good cheesy statement, but we can't take it too far.
Right.
I mean, we just need to. So berries and candlelit. So that was kind of more like Stephanie, Blooming Ivy Lane. She had this tree wrapped in like just
berries,
deep, rich tones.
Candles.
Yeah. So it just gives you a launching point to where you can collect things, whether you're estate style shopping, swapping decor. Mom and I, a lot of times, will just like swap boxes when we're pulling our decor down so that we don't have to spend a ton of money, but we get something completely new. You can do that with your friend, your mom, your sister, your neighbor. So there's great solutions to accomplish that. I know it's like early in the season to be talking about that, but again, sustainability, my friends. Earlier, the better. And
yes,
Mom and I aren't really Halloween people. We don't like spooky, so we like to get started on
October.
And it is October.
Yeah, it's October. It's time. Out with the fall, in with the winter. Let's do this.
Let's do this. Okay, so I would love to know in the comments when you do your holiday decor, what your fall vibe is. Do you like more moody, or do you like bright and airy like Mom? And what do you like to see next? We are really excited with the direction that we're going with the content, the feedback we're getting, and so we would love to hear from you.
And also, let us know, like, yes, what you'd like to see, but also any questions that you have. We love answering those questions, and so we always do a little Q&A at the end. Do you have any questions for me today?
Well, the table. That was really a lot of people asked about the table. Okay. So I didn't collect a ton, but we are trying to, from time to time, include a Q&A in video. So keep asking them, and we will keep answering. And yeah.
That's it. All right, friends. Well, you have a very good time decorating, and just ask your friends and no.
Have fun.
Okay.
She didn't know where she was going. And she just said,
Sometimes I'm like Michael Scott, where I just start a sentence.
And there's no ending. If you watch The Office, it's literally like, sometimes I start a sentence and I have no idea where I'm going to end or what I'm going to say or what I mean.
Okay, so like, subscribe, share with your friends, and happy fall, y'all.
Bye, guys.